Hello, I'm Mike and welcome to Camden Garden Centre. I'm going to give you some help with some gardening advice. Here's a little fern plant. This is a terrace fern. Fern plants are very good for shady conditions indoors, so if you've got a room that's not too brightly lit, say has north-facing windows, then ferns are ideal for this. Ferns in the natural habitat come from very moist, shady positions, and what they enjoy most of all is having a regular misting. So here I've got a little misting spray with just pure water in it. And I've also got some fertiliser here because plants need feeding. First of all, I'll show you how to use this. This is a controlled release plant food tablet, and if you read the instructions on the back of it, it tells you how many tablets to use depending on the diameter of the pot. Now this pot is about 15 centimetres diameter, so it only needs one tablet. And these are the tablets. These contain fertiliser, and around the fertiliser is this brown layer of resin which lets water pass into the granules, and when you water the plant, the water dissolves the fertiliser in the granules, and in a controlled way that fertiliser washes out and feeds the root ball of the plant. You'll notice on the packet here that it feeds for 6 months. Now houseplants don't need feeding in the winter months, so if you apply this in April to your houseplants, that takes care of all the feeding for the entire year. They're very easy to use. You simply make a hole in the compost and push the tablet into the compost and down about 1 inch, and then cover it with soil. Every time this plant's watered now, the water will wash over that tablet and the fertiliser will diffuse throughout the root ball of the plant. I'm now going to mist the plant, and they really enjoy this. And as I said, this is just pure water. If you live in a lime scale area where you've got hard mains water, the ideal type of water to use is pure water, either collected from a rainwater butt, or you could use bottled water because that's pure and it won't leave calcium deposits on the leaves. It's important to spray under the leaves as well. And the plant, you can almost hear it enjoying that. That's increased the humidity for the plant. It helps to keep the dust off the plant, and also it helps to control pests and diseases. When you need to water plants, you need to water them well, and here I've got a watering can. I'm going to pour some water on this plant. And you have to let the water drain in there, let me show you, and keep watering it until the entire root ball is wet. Whatever you do, don't just apply a little bit of water, because if you only apply a little bit of water, it will only go down so far in the pot, and the rest of the root ball in the pot will remain dry. So when you water them thoroughly so that the entire root ball is watered. What's also important to remember though is you need to let that surplus water drain away, and you can see the water dripping out of the drainage holes at the base of the plant. Once that dripping has stopped, then you can place this plant pot on a plant saucer and put it back in your living room or wherever it is in the house that you're keeping this plant. Easy plants to grow, ferns. All you need to remember is they like this moisture, and they like to be well watered, and feed them once a year with the controlled release tablets, and that's how to care for a fern.